Hey everyone, Jan Heim is here today from Needle, and I'm really excited to talk to you today here and talk about this really thrilling topic, which is the MCP, which actually stands for Model Context Protocol, and it's something which is one of the most recent releases of Anthropic. And what it basically does, it is an open source context protocol, which allows you to interact via natural language with any application. So it makes API calls on your behalf just with natural language. And it may not sound so crazy at first, but if you think about this, the imagination is like endless here of how you can actually use that. So we at Needle integrated our API into the Model Context Protocol of Anthropic. So you can use Needle now via Claude desktop application, just via the natural language. And in today's video, I'm going to show you a bit what actually this Model Context Protocol is and why it is actually so exciting, because I think it is one of the most exciting and thrilling stuffs that have been released there for a long time. Let's just jump right into it. So I'm sharing here right now a small graphic which shows you basically what it does. So you have your host application, which is like Claude, and you have different clients which can then call different servers. So in this case, Needle would be one of these servers. So you write something in your Claude application as list all my collections in Needle, and it makes actually a client request to the server of Needle. And Needle actually has like a specific database on the backend and different API calls, which we have then integrated into Anthropic via the MCP. So in this case, we are going to make an API call, just via natural language. And you can imagine you can add as many servers as you want to. So you could add several servers and interact with several applications at the same time, just via the kind of same UI, which is the Anthropic desktop application. And how does this look like? So in this case, there's this open source repository, which is called servers from Model Context Protocol. And here you can see all the current services or servers that are actually provided by Anthropic. As you see here now in the pull request, my pull request is still open. So I have just added one line of README to the repository to integrate Needle also here as a third-party provider to the Model Context Protocol. So this is actually really exciting. And how does this actually look and how you can actually do that? So in that case, I created a new repository which I called Needle MCP. And in this Needle MCP, I'm following the same kind of logic as the other service providers or server providers. And in that case, we had to kind of create a source, and then in this source folder, a server.py file. And in this server.py file, we actually have to define all the tools that can be used by the Anthropic. So we have to use a decorator, which is called server list tools, and in these tools are all these kind of tools which we can use through Anthropic, and these are basically our API backend calls you can make to Needle. In this case, for example, list collection or create a collection, or actually get collection details, or like add a file to a collection, or in our case do a search on a collection. So search on a collection in our case is you search through all the files that are living within a collection, and it gives you back the answer or the most relevant chunks based on your query. So we are doing here some retrieval augmented generation on your files which are living within a specific collection. You can do this like via our UI or just via the API. And in this case, you're just doing this via natural language, because you are making kind of API calls, but you're making them via natural language. And I think this is really, really exciting. And how do you actually do that? So like locally, you would have to set up something like this. So you have to create like a library application support Claude folder. And in this folder, you have to create a kind of Claude desktop config.json file. And in this config.json file, you basically say which server you want to run. And in this case, I have to redirect to the path of Needle MCP, which is living locally on my machine. And here with uv directory run, I want to basically run this application which lives somewhere on my local machine. And I have to provide environment variables. And yeah, this is basically it. So if you add this kind of code to your Claude desktop config.json in this path, then actually it is just working for you right away, and more you have to restart your Claude application. And in that case, you are actually ready to go. And Claude recognizes, like, once it starts, oh, there's like actually a new Claude desktop config.json, so it will actually trigger this and basically start this server on your local machine in the backend. So that's actually available in the desktop application. And that's basically all. So you can easily just copy this repository, clone it, apply it locally to your machine, and then you just pass your Needle API key and the path to where you actually have stored the Needle MCP directory, your server basically, and that's all you have to do, and you're ready to go to interact with Needle via Claude desktop application. So you can use Needle via natural language of the Claude desktop application. And that's basically it. It's really exciting. I think you see here like how big the value is. You can imagine how huge this can be actually. And I think this is going to be one of the most exciting and biggest things which are going to be there in 2025. And we are very happy at Needle that we are part of this really great and exciting journey. And let us know any feedback. Would love to see you how you integrated Needle actually into Anthropic, and how you interact with it, and how you make use of knowledge threading with Needle through the Claude desktop application. If you have any more questions, you can always reach out to us at our Discord channel, or just send us a message at support@needle-ai.com. Also very happy if you connect with us on LinkedIn, give us a follow, share, and support us on our way. And until then, see you next time.